esteemed opponents. Good morning. Resolve how much timer? Funny that you ask, actually.
Come on, Hal. It wasn't even that bad, man.
I'm just here at
Hey, you know,
I'm
checking me out too, but
I'm at Hazlitt. I'll probably be on a plane to.
You got this. Let's just go back in there.
You hold on for a sec.
Calm down. It's gonna be all right. Come on, man. Hey, whoa. Come on, man. Let's do this. I'm right behind you. I'm cheering you on, brother. Come on.
Okay, I should probably go.
I'm Mom, and I want to shoot down everything you say so I feel good about myself.
Look who's ragging on the old lady.
Hey. Finally? I'm an uptight buster! You old horny slut!
Well, no one's gonna top that.
Hello, everybody. The last movie got pretty crazy and intense. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Perfect Blue, my last review, analysis, plot, whatever you want to call it. It was something. It's a pretty good movie. But now I wanted to focus on something lighthearted. So today's movie's rocket science. Originally, when I watched this movie, I didn't think it was gonna be sinister. I thought it was just gonna be like another romantic comedy. You know, the kid overcomes these hurdles, right? Because the main character has like a stuttering problem, right? So I that's what I thought it was gonna be. So you know what I mean? Like he was just gonna overcome it, and then bam, guy gets the girl, happy ending, stuff like that. It was not that. Took a complete 180 through like halfway through the movie, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, man. Well, we're gonna get into it. This one was definitely a great movie. I feel like was probably under the radar for a lot of people when it came out. I mean, it came out a while ago, like 2007. So it was it's an old movie. Yeah, let's get into this. It's gonna be obviously heavy spoilers for this movie. That's what we do now. We're gonna get right into it. It starts with the main character. His name is Hal Hefner, and he has a stuttering issue. And the beginning movie starts with these two scenes kind of going side by side, and the narrator is like talking about how, I think in the movie's like in New Jersey or some shit. But like there's this they're having a debate on stage, and this ties in with what the movie's pretty much about, like debates and stuff, the debate high school team. And there's a character, his name is Ben Rexler, or his name is Ben, we'll just say Ben. His name is Ben, and he was like the best debate, on the team and shit. And he's like in the middle of the debate, and he's just going off, like he's going and going and going. And then like all of a sudden something just hits him, and he just like goes quiet, and he just like, it's like he doesn't give a shit anymore. Like he just gives up. And his partner Jenny, who's Anna Kendrick, the young Anna Kendrick, so like, Ben, like, what the hell? Snap out of it, man. And it breaks her heart because they end up losing they lose the debate. I guess they're like in the finals or something for their team, their high school team. So they lose. Ginny's devastated. Then you find out that fucking Ben drops out of high school and just fucking quits altogether. But the movie's not about Ben, but he's gonna come in later. And so then it kind of just takes you through with what Hal's going through at home. And like he's like really just shy and awkward, and like his parents get into a really huge fight, and his dad just leaves. And it's kind of funny, like kind of a funny scene. It's sad, but like Hal doesn't really like show any emotion with it. He's just like, you know, he's just there. And so yeah, so the scene, it goes on, right? And I'm probably gonna skip around like some parts I don't think is super important. So Hal gets on the school bus, and Ginny. Oh wait, am I skipping something? I think I am skipping something. Okay, whatever. So the school is like doing some kind of play or some shit with like debating, and they go through the crowd and they see Hal, and they're just like, "You come up here and help me with this debate." So it's like an interactive, right? They just call on people to go up, the students. So Hal goes up there, and he struggles, because I mean, I don't know why they would pick him. I guess they don't know about his stuttering problem. So Hal goes up there, and he's just stuttering. He can't even utter a word out there. And Anna Kendrick, God damn it, I think I'm seeing Anna Kendrick. Ginny, she sees him, and she takes notice of him. So after school happens, he gets on the bus. He's just like down and shit. And Ginny approaches him. She gets into a fight with Hal's brother. I don't fucking know his name. Just he's an asshole. She just basically tells him, like, get out of my seat, peasant. And so he's like, he gets all butthurt. He leaves. And she basically says, like, hey, like, I see something in you. I want you to join the debate team with me, and I can help you with your your stuttering. I can help you overcome, and you can be better. And she's like, because like I had a partner, his name was Ben, and he just quit. And that's when you find out that Ben like dropped out of high school and shit, and now he's working some job that his grandma got him or something. And he doesn't live in Jersey anymore, I don't think. He lives like in Trenton or something, like a city, like a town, whatever. He moved. So she's like, I can help mold you into the partner I want you to be. Like basically saying like she wants him to be her partner for the debate team. And at first, like, he's just like, no, I don't want to do that, because like, he doesn't think he can do it because the stuttering, he doesn't have a lot of faith in himself. And so he declines, but she keeps insisting, and she's like, well, you should join. And then she leaves. And, as all teenage boys, he gets approached by, a girl, attractive girl. He just can't stop thinking about her. Like, she's just constantly in his mind. And so he just like, you know what, screw it. Like, he ends up joining the debate team for her, because he just, like I said, he like starts he's infatuated with her. He really, really likes her. And so then there's like this whole subplot also with his brother, that he stole her locket and stuff. It's not super important or anything like that. So they get together, and she's like pretty strict on him, like pretty hard, and she's like super knowledgeable, right? She's like, she talks like she's just debate, and so they go to her house for like sessions and stuff, and she just basically going over with him with like debate stuff and be like, okay, this is your part, right? And they just keep going and trying to train him up to where he can, you know, talk normally without stuttering so much, and just trying to mold him into a good debater, right? And so they go to the class, and they talk to the teacher. I'm sure I'm fucking jumping around, but like I'm keeping the main story intact. And so they go to the teacher, and they're just like, so like, hey, this is how I vouch for him. He's gonna be my partner. And so they go through like this tryout thing, and like Anna does her debate, like Jenny does her part, and then Hal's about to speak, but he can't, like he just keeps stuttering, but Jenny just shuts him down quickly, and just like, hey, like, he's not ready yet, he's still prepping. As for now, he's just my assistant, like in training, right? Until he's ready for the debate, you know, he's ready to go. And so yeah, that was his first thing, and it was difficult for him. Hal, embarrassed, takes off running, and he locks himself into a janitor closet. You know, he's feeling defeated. So Jenny goes after him, and she tells him like, hey, you know, like, it's okay, like, you know, that was your first time. You know, it's gonna get better. She tries to basically cheer him up. So Hal opens the door, because they're like talking through the door, and Hal's like, just, you know, he's just going through all this emotion. And so in the heat of the moment, Hal just fucking goes for it. He gives her, like, you know, he gives her one kiss, and then next thing you know, they just start making out. And Hal's not that kind of person, but man, he, like, his confidence just starts to, when he's with Jenny, his confidence just it goes up. And, you know, it's a nice moment for Hal, because, like, this whole movie, he's, like, the beginning, he's just getting bullied, and, you know, he just feels, he doesn't like that he stutters. That's why he's, like, in speech therapy and stuff. And so after that happens, he's like, he's riding his bike home, he's cussing, he's excited, he's happy. He's like, you know, he's repeating like the debate from his speech and shit. And it's a great moment. And, you know, there's also like another little subplot, and he's talking to his brother, and he's like, oh, do you know how to talk to girls, or like not talk to girls, like take the relationship to the next level? And his brother's like, yeah, get her to give you a BJ. And Hal's like, nah, that's not gonna happen. So you think logically what's gonna happen, you know, next is that Jenny, right, is gonna be like, oh, you know, she likes him because she kissed him back. No, that's not what happens. Actually, what ends up happening is she fucking ghosts him for the next few weeks, or however long it is. She just completely cuts all contact with him. She doesn't want to talk to him. Like, he calls her like, hey, like, are we going to do the sessions for the debate so we can get ready? And her mom or maid or somebody answers, or grandma answers the door, and there's like, no, she's not here. Or when he calls her on the phone, they're just like, she's busy. She says she'll talk to you, she'll see you at the debate. And he's like, what? Like, the debate's like coming up, and she just refuses to see him, talk to him. But then they say that when he's talking to her neighbors and stuff, they said that she's with like this Indian boy. And he's just so confused. He's just like, what the hell is happening? Like, I thought she was, you know, like, he thought there was a relationship blossoming, you know. Not only that, he thought she was like a friend. And so he starts getting more and more concerned, more and more antsy. because, what's going on. And so now the debate happens. It's debate time, and the debate's happening. Hal gets on the bus, and the teacher makes an announcement. And she's like disappointed, and she's like kind of visibly upset. And everyone's like, what's going on? And she tells them she's a Jenny, Anna Kendrick's character, Jenny, transferred to the other team's high school to join their debate team. So now she's not Hal's partner anymore. She's on the rivals team. Like, she just transferred mid school year, and they're like, yeah, she's gonna finish the rest of her senior year over there. So she betrays Hal and leaves him all alone. And man, like, Hal is he's devastated. He's heartbroken. It's fucked up because now he's like, he had to prepare all by himself. Yeah, so he does the debate with his mom's, like, his mom gets a new boyfriend, and he gets like I wouldn't say it's not like a stepbrother, but it's like okay, we'll just call him a stepbrother. He has a stepbrother, and his stepbrother is like basically like fills in on the debate team for Jenny. He's not really an important character like at all. So that's basically who his new partner is. So his new partner is like not even up to date with the whole debate anyways. So Hal starts his debate, and he can't. So yeah, he ends up having to call his speech therapist in the middle of doing the debate because he just can't, like I said, he can't really start it off. He's just stuttering, just all over the place. And so his speech therapist basically tells him, like, well, you can either do one or two things. You can either sing the speech out, right? Or you could do an accent, which he kind of advises against, and then he's like, yeah, just do your best accent, and maybe it'll come out. And so he does this really bad accent, and like basically everyone's just like, what the fuck? So yeah, they end up losing that pretty badly. And so Hal goes to see Jenny, and she's partnered up with the guy, I think, that actually beat her last year when she was with her partner Ben. She ended up joining, so she's with him. So she fucking switched teams. Yeah, so it's that's when you kind of figure out what her motive was this whole time. Is she really screwed over Hal. Like, so basically the gist of it, and like the teacher kind of confirms it later when she talks to him, like basically saying like, yeah, like there's a pattern. Like, she basically sabotaged the team. Like, she knew that Hal had a stuttering problem, so that she recruited him. And there's a trend where she was like recruiting a bunch of people with like who had like other disabilities and stuff, and trying to get them to join the debate team, and Hal was the one who ended up joining up. So she was basically, setting herself up to win. And so Hal, I think, the teacher basically kind of talks to Hal, like basically like, you should just drop out, like don't do the debate, and don't do the debate team anymore. And obviously Hal's like upset, and he's like, Jenny saw something in me. And that's when her plans, when the teacher tells him about Jenny. And it's basically Jenny wins the trophy and shit. And I think, I can't exactly remember, I think it's like on a smaller scale, because there's like a bigger championship, right? I think it's like a regular school one, and there's like a nationals, right, or whatever. So yeah. So anyways, Hal ends up he ends up stealing the trophy that was supposed to go to Ginny. Ginny finally got her first place, but Hal ended up stealing the trophy anyways. And so things are not looking good for our boy. Hal is in a just foul mood. He ends up stealing liquor from the cabinet, and like the mom is just so absent in this movie. So Hal's basically just doing whatever the fuck he wants. So he ends up stealing this liquor, gets drunk, goes to Ginny's neighbor's house because he ends up befriending like the little kid or whatever, and like the parents, whatever, and they think he's cool. And so he goes there, he's just drinking. Then he grabs a cello from the neighbor's house. He starts just yelling at Ginny's house because she's like right across the street. Just yelling at her and just pissed off, man. Just releasing all that pent up anger. And he just starts chunking the cello at her house, and like he misses a couple times. And eventually he just fucking lets that thing go flying through her window. And all of a sudden Ginny pulls up. You know, she's with her partner from the debate team and her parents. They all pull up, and you know, he's just like stumbling around. He's just like, hey, there's a cello in your living room. And it's quite interesting that there's no repercussion for this, that when he does this, like they don't really talk about it or bring it up. He doesn't get sent to jail. You know, realistically, he would get probably in a lot of trouble for this. But yeah, nothing really happens to him. He just, you know, basically the scene just moves on, and then he kind of, how would you say? I would say, once his head's like more clear, I guess you would say, he attempts to basically, you know, like he attempts to reconcile with her, and he gives her the trophy, but like the head's like all, part of it's like broken off, chipped and shit. And so now he wants to get revenge. Because like she rejected his apology. She basically, everything she did that Ginny did to him, to Hal, it made him so bitter. And so he starts to formulate a plan to get back at her. And he's like, his first thing to do is he goes to track down Ben, her Ginny's character, who was obsessed with, I wouldn't say, maybe she was obsessed with him, but Ben was her partner, her debate partner, the one who quit at the beginning. So yeah, so Hal's idea is basically, you know, he gets on he gets on a bus, and he found out where Ben works, so he tracks him down and he talks to him, and he's like, hey, like, you know, like he waits for him to get out of work. He tries to talk to him while he's at work, but then Ben like, hey, like, I'm on the clock. I'm making money right now. Talk to me afterwards. So you know, he waits for Ben to get out of work, and he talks to him. He's like, man, I got this I have a plan, and I want you to help me. And he's, you know, Ben's like, you know, who sent you? Like the debate team, the teacher, did Ginny send you, and stuff like that. And so at first he's just kind of shoots down Hal, you know, at any attempt to bring him back to like the debate team. But then Hal's like, no, man, I'm doing this for love. For revenge. Revenge and love, I'm not sure which one, he says. And basically he explains the plan is that he wants Ben to come back with him, and they do a debate, and they take down Ginny in nationals. and just win the whole damn thing, he says. And at first Ben is like, well, like, you know, he explains to him why he even quit the debate team and even quit high school, because like nothing really mattered to him anymore. Once he realized that it was all pointless, he just gave up, and he's just okay with just having a normal job, not having really a purpose, because it's meaningless to him. And it goes kind of dark, but then once, you know, he starts talking to Hal a little bit more, he kind of like, okay, you know, this could be fun. And so this is when you think the movie is going to be like, all right, like, this is going to go to a different, like, things are going to start looking up for Hal. Like, this plan might actually work. Realistically, probably not. And, mind you, there's only like 20 minutes of this movie left, so you're just like, how much can they cram into this? Like, he's going to go to nationals and win right from Jenny. So Hal ends up teaming up with Ben, and Ben like really helps him a lot, I feel like, with his confidence and just talking. Like, he's, you know, of course he's still stuttering and stuff, but you could just tell Hal is starting to build confidence already. And so they start doing sessions at Ben's apartment, and, you know, Hal's mom doesn't give a shit, right? Nowhere to be found. So yeah, he just starts taking these lessons with Ben, and once it's all, you know, dust is settled, I don't know, it takes a few months or whatever, they go to the nationals. And they register their team as like a homeschool team for the debate team. I don't know if that works or whatever. So that's how they enter the competition. Oh, excuse me. So Jenny, she's there in the crowd. Like, this time for the competition. Jenny's there in the crowd. She sees Ben. She looks at him and she's just like, "What the hell?" So she takes, you know, she just storms off out of the auditorium, wherever the fuck they are. She storms off, and so Hal and Ben get ready. They go into their room, and Hal starts off with his statement, right? They're doing the debate already, and like he's like, they practice. They actually practice, you know, like. They did, like, because they did try to fix his stuttering, like, to where he doesn't stutter, that Hal doesn't stutter so much. So, like, they try shouting, they try whispering, they try singing, and they eventually land on singing. But, like, they don't want to, like, do too heavy on singing. Like, that's like their fallback plan. If he can't actually, like, say, like, you know, the debate without singing it, then he'll just say it. But if he has to lean on the singing, he'll just lean on the singing. And so he starts the debate off, and he just starts stuttering. You can't get past it. So he just starts singing his debate. It's a really funny scene, because it's like a song, right? Like, because Ben tells him he only knows like one song on the piano. So like he starts doing the debate to the melody of the song. So he's just like, it's quite funny. It's just so bizarre. You're just like, what? How is this happening, you know? But the teacher comes in and just shoots down like, hey, like, Ben, Hal, come to the office, like, come with me now. And Hal's like, come on, like, I'm crushing it in there. And the teacher basically says, like, they made a complaint to the board, and you guys aren't homeschooled. Hal, you're still in school. Ben, you dropped out. There is no homeschool team. And so again, just like that, it's all gone. Ben just talks to Hal in the hallway, tells him, you know, hey, this was fun, you know, we did what we could, right? You know, maybe he's like, come around again. come see me. He said, come visit me. Maybe we'll talk and laugh about this. He said. So I like to think that in the realm of after this story was finished, that Ben and Hal stayed friends. Because they had good chemistry with each other, I believe. The actor who played Ben is really good. I've seen that guy before. I don't quite know his name. I'm going to bring it up at the end of the video. But the actor who played Ben and Hal, they had good chemistry together, for sure. So, So, they lose. They get disqualified from the competition. Hal, enraged, he storms over to, he finds where Jenny is, and she's like in the middle of her debate. And, hold on. So our boy Hal storms into where Jenny's having her debate. Yells at her, just saying, today's not my day, but it's gonna come a time when you're at home alone and you're thinking about me. Then he flicks her off. He flicks her off and he just walks away. And it hurts her too. She storms after him, tells him you should be thanking me because you got confidence now and blah blah blah. And that's the last we see of Jenny. And Hal, he goes to the beach and he's just there. Just kind of sitting there thinking. And so the end of the movie, it ends throughout the movie he was trying to get a slice of pizza. And I'm not sure what this means or if it means anything. But like I said, throughout the whole movie, he's trying to get a slice of pizza from the cafeteria. It's always fish or slice of pizza. He's never able to say, can I get a slice of pizza? Or second option, nothing. He ends up just always stumbling. So the end of the movie, our boy Hal is finally able to get a slice of pizza. And it's good. It's not really a big thing. He doesn't even really say can I get a pizza? I don't even think he pays for the pizza because the pizza place is closing and they're just okay, here's 3 free slices. So he's able to eat the pizza and his dad comes to pick him up. And so he talks to his dad and he's asking him what are your thoughts about love? It's basically saying it shouldn't be rocket science. When does it make sense? And his dad's what do you mean makes sense? And he's all of it. What is it? And his dad tells him at a certain point when you get older you just realize it doesn't. You just try to stop figuring it out. You just live your life. Be glad for what you have. And that's just basically the end of the movie. So, what are my thoughts about it? It was a small movie. There's no crazy deep meaning behind it, right? Just a coming of age movie. I thought it was really well done. It was funny. Characters were great. Jenny's a bitch. Anna Kendrick's a great actress. Overall, cool movie. Probably not a cup of tea for everybody though. As I said before, plenty of times in my shorts. You're either gonna like it, you're gonna hate it. I think it's a hidden gem for sure. I'm not sure if many people know about it. When I talk to people, they're just the hell is rocket science, I usually just kind of pick up movies and watch it. yeah, anyways, that's all I got for today. If I had to rate this movie, shit, man, I don't know. This is a hard one because, like, some parts you could just get bored if you're not really into it. But like I said, I love characters, and that pretty much makes a movie for me. Is like, if I like the characters, I'll really get soaked into this story. And so I'm gonna say a 3 out of 5, but like a great 3 out of 5. Not like it's terrible. Like, I think it's great 3 out of 5. Yeah, you should check it out. It's called Rocket Science. It's on HBO Max, so go check it out.